How do we point out exactly which object we want, or capture a sudden burst of emotion, using only the smallest words in our vocabulary? Take a look at this sentence. Boy dropped book. It tells us the basic action, but it lacks detail. Which boy? Which book? What is the reaction to the book dropping? To add clarity, we use two specific tools. Determiners are small words placed in front of nouns to identify them. Interjections are words that express sudden emotion. When we plug them in, the sentence expands into, "Oh no, the boy dropped his book." "Oh no" acts as an independent burst of emotion. Then we have the words the and his. These determiners lock directly onto the nouns boy and book, telling us exactly who and what is involved. Grammar categorizes these as minor word classes, but as this example shows, you need them to give your sentences precise meaning and emotional weight. This chart breaks down the first three categories of determiners: articles, possessives, and quantifiers. Articles like the, and an tell you if a noun is specific or general. Possessives do exactly what they sound like. They establish ownership. Look at the sentence. Her car is over the bridge. Her tells us who owns the vehicle, while the points out a specific bridge. Quantifiers deal with amounts, using words like some, many, few, or none. When attached to a noun, like saying a few cars, the quantifier limits exactly how many items you are talking about. Without these three tools, your reader is left guessing. They have no way to know who owns an object, how many there are, or if you mean a specific item versus a general one. Let's look at a matrix for our fourth category, demonstratives. We use words like this, that, these, and those as linguistic pointers, identifying objects based on their location. The rules for using them depend on countability and plurality. We use this and that exclusively with singular and uncountable nouns. Notice how this maps properly to the singular noun exercise, and also to music, which is uncountable. By contrast, we shift to these and those when pointing to plural nouns, as we see here with those windows. Take a moment to practice this yourself. Pause the video and look at task 3 in this box. Try to fill in the correct determiners for sentences A, B, and C before continuing. Mastering demonstratives prevent grammatical mismatches and guarantees your audience knows exactly which physical or conceptual object you are pointing to. Moving from precision to emotion, we have interjections. This table outlines words used to express sudden feelings or requests. The most important rule for an interjection is that it is entirely disconnected from the grammatical structure of the sentence. Different words map to entirely different human reactions. You shout hooray to express joy when clearing a test, but use ouch to express pain when someone steps on your toes. Because they are so driven by emotion, you have to watch your context. Interjections work perfectly in everyday speech and in formal writing. However, you should avoid using them in formal or academic writing. They are useful tools for humanizing your communication, provided you match them to the correct level of formality. Let's put both of these minor word classes to work at the same time to tell a short story. Wow, look at that amazing bicycle. I want to buy a few accessories for my new ride. The interjection wow injects the excitement, then the demonstrative that, the quantifier a few, and the possessive my lock down the facts and limit the nouns. To review, you can rely on the 4 main types of determiners: articles, possessives, quantifiers, and demonstratives, whenever you need to clearly identify objects and establish boundaries for your nouns. On the other side, interjections stand apart as grammatically detached markers of emotion, ready to drop into your informal conversations. Determiners ensure you are identifying specific nouns with precision, while interjections signal your immediate reaction to the situation. Mastering these minor word classes gives you more control over both the factual details and the emotional tone of your writing.